Being an immigrant in a different country is not exactly what you think it is. I hate it and I love it at the same time. Honestly, I don't know what to say, how to start talking about this. When you move away from your hometown to study as an international student to any country, in my case, I'm in Canada, it turns out to be so different than what you anticipate, what your families and your related cousins who are already settled in different countries tell you about. There are amazing things to it, but there are also many things that people don't tell you. I've been living in Canada for 6 years now. I came as an international student in 2018. And a lot of my journey has been finding myself in different cities, different scenarios, and now I turned 25. I had no fucking idea that what anxiety was. And when I moved here, for the first time, I started feeling anxiety. 19-year-old little me didn't know what that was. And living in a different country triggers these feelings a lot. Feelings of loneliness, aloneness, anxiety. Second, it's really hard to find community. For me, I'm from New Delhi, a certain part of India. And I see a lot of people who come to Canada are usually people who are from a different state in India. And my mindset just does not align with them. Even though there are Indian people here in Canada, I have no Indian friends in the city I live in. So that is a big struggle. I was talking about this with my therapist the other day. There were things coming up like work, and I was putting a lot of overwhelming stress on myself regarding that. But then later I realized that a lot of my feelings that I was feeling was the feeling of not feeling like I belong here. Even though it's been so long, and when I moved here, I was told it takes 5 years to accustom to a place. I've waited for that time, and my 5th year was probably one of the toughest. So community is something we really struggle with in Canada. There's a voice in my head that says, oh, you can just fly back to your country. And the ticket is at least $2,000. You can't just give up your job and go back and travel. You're still paying rent. You can, but in a lot of cases, if you don't have that flexibility, you can't just do that. That's the Canadian Pacific Railway, by the way, behind me. Visa things. There are certain conditions when you're on a temporary visa, you cannot just travel out of the country at times. If you've applied for your permanent residency here and you're waiting, you can't leave your job. When it comes to choice, yes, we make a choice when we come here. It was no one else's choice but ours. And obviously, it's not the nicest when people hear us complain about the struggles, but it is a reality, and I think you should know the choice you'll make when you move away from your country, hometown, will be a very difficult one to come back to. Even though I miss my family right now, a part of me cannot fathom living back in India. It's such a journey, honestly. There are also coins to this journey where you love your independence. That's why you want to live alone in a different country. I cannot be as independent as I am here. I want to be financially independent. So I live here, I can live on my own terms. In India, yes, I will be financially independent, though it will benefit me more because I won't pay for rent and groceries. Your peace. You love your peace too much. That is why I love it here. I do like being alone, and you have more emotional space while living alone by yourself versus when you're surrounded by family, you're surrounded by people all the time. At least from my experience that I've had when I was a kid before 19 years old, there's no space. You're like this rock and everyone's around you. There's emotions around you, people speaking, family, parents, siblings, grandparents. When you date in India, it's very different versus when you date here and the kind of freedom you have. This is a big one. My body image changed when I came to Canada versus when I was in India. A big part of it is that people stare at you a lot versus here, when they look at you, they compliment you. There is space, an air of non-judgment here. That is a huge thing, and my body image totally changed in few months as soon as I moved here. It is very important to move away from your home if you want to grow as a person. You need to do it. It's absolutely necessary for your personal growth. You may even move away from state. When you start growing up, enter your 20s, that's when you find the most about yourself. It wouldn't have been possible for me to gain this level of self-awareness, gain this level of self-growth, mindset to see my patterns, see the thoughts that are not even mine, that are programmed from my parents and my family and the society that I grew up in, if I didn't detach myself from there and come live here. I mean, as I'm speaking, I'm finding there are so many benefits to moving here, but the struggle I feel really kicks in when you come to a certain age, maybe like me, 25. I've lived through the craziness, I've lived through the phases like
partying, meeting friends, solo traveling, backpacking across the country, moving 3 cities.
And when you're done, all the exciting things that you dream about doing, make full use of your freedom, all of this fun and games kind of disappears. I find that after that you come into a phase where you think about if you really want to even live in the country. When you know your early 20s kind of just built you up into this culture. When you start growing up, you start valuing different things like community. You start thinking about where do I want to raise a family eventually. You start realizing the value of parents. You realize the value of belongingness. You start thinking about the real things that actually matter to you and that will matter to you in the next 5 years. So I feel that's where I'm at right now. People that live here, they struggle with things like loneliness, feeling alone, isolated. I've talked to people who've lived here, built family, whose children are almost graduating. Even those people, they miss their home country. That is the biggest dilemma we step into, is that if you are planning to move to Canada, move away from your country, without a solid plan, with just thoughts in your head of, okay, maybe I'll just move there, we'll see. If you don't have a goal and how to achieve it is very important, and you've researched, do not move abroad. If you've decided, okay, I'll just study and I'll move back, do it. It's amazing for your growth. If you don't know and you're just like flowing with the wind, with expectations from family, expectations from, I don't know, somewhere in your mind you were told that if you move back, it would be like you're a failure. But that's not true. It took me a while to realize that. I feel it was only this past year, 9 months, 10 months, I've started realizing you are not a failure if you move back. Fuck what your relatives think, fuck what your parents may think about the decision you want to take. Just take the decision that's right for you. But you know what? This was so cathartic for me. This was so nice to like talk to you. And I hope my story reaches to you. If you did like it, give this video a like, comment, and subscribe to my page.
Subscribe to my channel.
Thanks for coming to my page. I love you. Bye.